This is the actual reason why you don't make money. You want to make everything perfect. In this world of trading, you need to put aside the perfect world you have in your mind. That world where you always get in at the lowest point and exit at the highest point is the reason why you lose money. I want to give you an example, okay? Let's go back around this area here when we had no more liquidity to grab down. All right, let me turn on the indicator. At this exact point, there was no liquidity. And some people will say, okay, there's a lot of liquidity at the top, so I'm buying here and I'm only taking stop loss, even if it's around here. Let's say you want to take your profit, sorry, not stop loss, your profit around here. All right? You want all this. This is actually a lot, guys. This is actually a lot. Do you know that you can actually spot? Let me go even back. You can just spot that we have no more liquidity down and say, all right, I'm going to take this around here. I'm exiting when I see that we are around that accumulated liquidity. You buy this, and then when it gets there, you exit. This is safe. Yes, we know that there's a lot of liquidity up, we're gonna go up, but this is safe. And this is how a lot of people make a lot of money, all right? Is that why I have two accounts, all right? To be honest, I have way more than two accounts. But I have, in my accounts, some of them, I only take small trades like this, okay? I only take small trades like this. And then, when I see that the imbalance is still big like this, I will try to enter another one and then go to the nearest accumulated liquidity. All right? Like this. All right? As you can see here, this is a loss because the market went all the way down against me. All right? And then I might enter here as well. Around here. Let me go back. I might enter around here again and get ready to get the closest accumulated liquidity. And then I exit. And then when you do this, you take small trades and you secure the money. You don't need to take two like I did. Only one, like the first one, is good. And then some smart dudes, what they do is they let the market play. What they do, they invest, all right? They don't enter a long position, they invest, they buy this asset, all right? You enter a long position, you buy it. Let's say you buy $2,000 worth of this Bitcoin because you believe that it will go up. You already took your trade. Let's say here, this distance, you made $500 or euros. And then after making 500 euros, you just buy this because you know that there's a lot of liquidity at the top and you let the market go up. And now you're making profit with the money you invested to buy this asset. All right? This is not a strategy. I'm not telling you to do it exactly as I speak, as I tell you to, but I'm showing to you that if you try to make it simple, you will see results quicker and better. All right? And then at this point, you would have been making money with your investment. You already took your trade. All right. And then when we get to these areas that there's a lot of liquidity, you start investing in a short position as well. Let me go back around here because there is no way I can show it to you there because the market is literally at that right point at this moment. But here, for example, you see that we took almost all the liquidity. We have so small liquidity, a lot of accumulated liquidity. You might say, all right, I'm going to take this short position. All right. Going to take this short position, take profit around here, all right? Then you let the market go, you take profit there. Simple as that. Yes, I do advise you to always try to take the most because even me, that's why I have a lot of accounts. One of them, I try to take the most of the position and the other ones, I take a little bit of it, all right? For example, here, you can as well enter here, put your stop loss, Your stop loss depends on how much you're investing. If you're investing a lot of money, you can't do this because this is a lot. But if you're not investing a lot of money, you can do this, right? But let's say you put stop loss around there. And then you say, TP, I'm taking here. A lot of accumulated liquidity, I'm not risking it. All right? And then when the market hits your take profit, you're good. This is good. This is a good trade. You take most of it. All right? This is a good trade. And then here you get ready for long positions. And then you take the long positions as well. You take profit and you keep doing this again and again. Then like here, same thing. Market was going up. You go put your stop loss there. Here, there's a lot of liquidity accumulated there. It's a high possibility that the market is going to go there. All right. And you get ready to take your profit. You take your profit. And you can do this, but is this like the wisest way? No, it's not. Because when you try to take small trades, you can actually end up in profit. I'm not telling you to copy me and open different accounts. You don't need that. You just need to choose one. I want to take very, very high profits or low profits. Because what is the problem of taking high profits is that at the end of the day, you end up taking small profits. I want to give you an example. Let's say here, the market took all the liquidity, isn't it? And then, no, I cannot use this example because the market will stop soon. This is a recent, the market is not very far from that point. So let's say you are here, okay? And you want to take your long position. When you try to take your very, very, what I'm doing? When you want to take your very, very high positions, all right? And let's say you want to risk it here. You say, I'm not going to the last liquidity. I'm going to that point, all right? Let's say here, because you believe the market will rebound there. When you do this, at the end of the day, you'll find out that you ended up with not much profit because when the market drops like this, you still believe, oh, okay, we will rebound. And then you wait a little bit. Oh, wait, now you're panicking. Now you say, okay, I can't do this. I'm going to exit here, all right? But at the end of the day, you ended up taking that small trade that you didn't want to, all right? You ended up taking that small trade. And this is what makes people lose money. They try to be smart, all right? But if you start already with that mindset of saying, I know the market is going up, and as the odds increase, as we go up, the odds of going down increase. Let me go back here. All right? Let's say you are here. The market pushes up like this. At this point, at this right point here, when we have a lot of liquidity here, the odds of going down are increasing. All right? And then when we get to around, so fast, when we get to around here, now the odds are even higher because all this liquidity, all this red liquidity you see here is grab liquidity. And remember, if you're not watching the videos that I taught you, all this, you won't understand what is grab liquidity, touch liquidity, untouched liquidity. So I hope you are understanding, all right? Because if you didn't watch, you won't understand. So the only untouched liquidity we have is this, all right? And all this liquidity is new liquidity coming in. So this means that now the odds of going down are higher than they were when we was around here. So you can stay in this position or you can be smart, exit it or take 80% of it, 60% of it, and then let the rest of the money play out. And then take out your stop loss, put your stop loss at the right point you entered for some wildness because you never know. Sometimes a candle can come from here, go back all the way down. So you don't want to lose money. You can put your stop loss right at the entry and then you wait. If they hit your take profit, that is good. If the market rebounds back like this before touching your take profit, you exit. And this is how you make money. You don't try to be smart, all right? You know why you don't try to be smart in trading? Because the reason why you're making money is not because of how smart you are. When you understand that the reason why you're making money is because you respect your strategy, you start understanding that it has nothing to do with how smart you are. And when it has nothing to do with how smart you are, you stop trying to be smart. All right. It's simple as that. When you understand that you are only making money because you follow your rules, you understand the wait, I'm not smart, I'm just following my rules. And when you understand that, you will stop doing dumb shit like trying to somehow put a bigger stop loss, adding stuff on the strategies. The reason why you lose. I want to put a bigger stop loss. I want to put a bigger take profit. I want to put a bigger this, a bigger that. I want to trade now in a monthly time frame. All these dumb things you keep on doing is the reason why you cannot break out of that cycle of always making money, losing money, making money, losing money. So you are not smart. Your strategy is the only reason why you make money. When you understand that, you stop adding things in your strategy.